What is up guys, Andy, Forest Team Runner here. Today we're going to be finding out if these Pegasus 36 trail shoes can handle a speed workout on the trails or not. Let's find out. So good evening guys, and welcome to this test of the Nike Pegasus 36 trail shoes. I'm keen to deliver you guys some valuable information because ultimately first impressions are great, but as you saw in the first video, I'd only done a couple of runs in it by that point, just wanted to get a feel for the shoe. I've got to say, even now they feel fantastic and I'm pretty confident they're going to do well tonight. But overall, tonight is all about speed work. Now I've been doing some 400 meter repeats and some 2 minute ons, 2 minutes offs. But today we are back on the straight of the cycle track, which is pretty much, if you're going to do speed work on trails, for most of us out there, it's going to be on fire roads. It's going to be something runnable, unless you're obviously a mountain runner and you're going up and down mountains. Most of us that do run trails either run on single tracks like this or buffed out fire road trails like that. So I'm going to be giving these things a good test, and tonight I'm going to be extending the repetitions, and we're going to be doing 800 meter reps. I need to start extending them. I've done a lot of the shorter, sharper stuff, and I continue to do that throughout this 10k training series, but also I need to start incorporating some longer repetitions, and we're going to obviously work up to kilometre reps and mile repeats the closer that the half marathon comes to us at the end of August. So the goal tonight is just to see how these things perform. Ultimately we're going to be going up and down here for 800 metres, and normally on the trails I'm naturally a bit slower than I am either on the roads or the track, and tonight I just want to see what these things can do, if they give me any better grip, how light they are, how cushioned, how good they feel. Am I going to feel like I'm running in a trail shoe that's bogging me down and holding me back like a lot of trail shoes do, or really is this a bit of a turning point for trail shoes? Is this something that is kind of next generation, lightweight, that middle road, as I said in my initial impressions video, that middle road between road and trail shoe very much feels that way, but time will tell. We need to get these reps done because at the moment it is hot. I am sweaty already. I've barely even run. So what I want to do is get started. Hopefully we're going to see how many of these we can do. I'd like to do 6 or 8 tonight, see how we feel. And I'm only giving myself a minute and a half rest in between because I need to be able to pace these right. I do not want to go out too hard and too fast and fade at the end. So I know that if I have a shorter rest, I'm going to control my pace a little bit better and have a little bit more discipline. So that's enough from me. Let's get started, and I will give you some feedback during the workout. Wow, it's hot and windy coming the other way. Good start though, good start. I'll give you a halfway update. First 2 done. Slow down a little bit on that 4th one, but overall keeping great consistency. I'll read you the times at the end. I don't actually know what they are. So yeah, overall, these shoes. Okay, that's 6 out of 8 done. We're going for 8. We're going for 8. Fresh off the back of the 8th one. Solid workout. Let me get my cool down done. Tell you the times, because at the moment I had it set on intervals. I have no idea what they are. I'll tell you all about this shoe. It is good. Fantastic, guys. So that's another 8.5 miles done in these pegs, taking me into the 20s for the mileage now. So let me go through the results and I'll tell you all about how I found them. 249. It didn't stay like this, unfortunately. It did go into 250s, I believe, but decent. 251. That's good. 252. I thought it was around the 253, 254, 255 mark, so we'll see. 254, there we go. That's where I thought we'd be. 254. 253, brilliant, that's the 5th one. 255, 6th one. 252, great, 7th one. Oh, have I missed one? Hold on, let me do that again. 249, 251, 252, 254, 254, 253, 255 was the 7th one, 252 was the 8th one. There we go. So those are some fantastic results. Bearing in mind that is between 125 and 128, 400 meters back to back. Think back to week 1 when we did that 400 meter workout on the same stretch of track. Couldn't even get under 130 for them. So that is massive improvement in just 4 weeks. So onto the shoes. How did they perform? Well, they were as expected, absolutely incredible, light as a feather, and gave me great traction. So if I think back to some of the workouts, as I said, that I've done along that track so far this year, they've not been great. First 400 meter rep one that I did, as I said, started in the 127s, 128s, and then faded into the 130s, 31s, 32s, 33s. And that was fitness, but also when you run in road shoes on that type of track, yes, you get good grip, but you don't get particularly great traction. Well, I felt tonight that these gave me the ideal amount of traction, and the size of the lugs, because they're not too big, made me feel like I wasn't running, particularly in trail shoes. It made me feel like I was running on air. The lightness of these shoes is absolutely fantastic, and they definitely lend themselves to that type of speed work, especially on those type of trails. I can't imagine that they would do particularly well on more muddier and rockier trails. I'll be honest with you, there was a bit of a muddy patch towards the bottom of the section of the reps, the side that I wasn't talking on, and I purposely went through the middle of the mud when I could have gone around it, because I wanted to see what type of traction I got, and depending on how thick I went through the mud and what position, depending on if I kept traction or not. So from that perspective, it did well in very, very minor mud patches, but when it got to the thicker stuff, it wasn't particularly great. So I definitely say that these things are 100% cut out for, or I stung myself, 100% cut out for the buffed out fire road trails. I think they're absolutely fantastic. That was brilliant, and I will 100% be using them again. As I said, I'm not 100% sure that they're going to be great for anything more technical, anything more muddy, boggier, what have you, but that was just perfect. Those are my overall thoughts on how the Pegasus 36 trail shoe held up in my speed workout today. To be honest with you, couldn't have gone better. In terms of the workout, it couldn't have gone better, so I'm going to credit that to the shoes and not the increase in fitness. But overall, really happy. Much more testing to do though. As I said, I want to still test the versatility, versatility of these things. I want to test out different terrain, and I want to definitely take them on this weekend's long run to see how they fare, see if I get any hot spots, and see if they're just as comfy, because at the moment the maximum I've done in them is 8.5 miles, which is today, so we'll see. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please do give it a like, share it with your friends, and do consider subscribing to the channel for weekly running content, and I will see you next time. Until then.